My name is LEONA BLACKBURN, and I am a member of the Black Pioneers of Niagara Falls, New York. I had grown up in this picnic, which we always have every year, first Saturday in August. My mom, which is Mrs. Zori Bell BOLING, and Mabel Brooks had started the picnic years ago. So as I said, I grew up in it as a kid.
Why do you think this is an important event?
Well, I think it's important because it's our history. And when my mom shared a lot of things with me, she told me that her parents, grandparents and them, had come to Niagara Falls, one of the early settlers' families back in the day, which would have been, she was born in 1925, so she was just a baby. So from then on, I guess, they decided to meet and have gatherings and picnics.
I just really think it's important to know where you come from. Because how you going to go anywhere else if you don't know where you come from?
And where you been.
Yeah, it's important that you know your lineage and what your family did and what you are capable of.
It's a good idea to pull this out and for the people in the community to know more and more, about what's going on, and that this group, what it represents, and what it all entails, and what it can do.
Okay, we just recently had in February
At the NAC.
we had at the NAC we had an exhibition of the early Black settlers in Niagara Falls. Oh, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful exhibition.
February the 10th.
Yeah, it was wonderful to put together too. I learned so much.
What did you learn?
I learned what a community it was here, because when most people came here from the South, there was people here who took them in, who let them live with them until they got on their feet. It was just wonderful to learn that kind of stuff.
Because the Black Pioneers group is as much about community as it is about history.
Absolutely.
People hear the word history and they go like, nah, it's dusty and old. It has nothing to do with me.
That's why the stories have to be told so the younger ones would know.
You guys devote a lot of time to this. Why do you do that?
Because it's our history. It's us. It's part of us. We want the younger ones to know and still hear stories of things, and then after we're gone on, then they can tell the stories too.
Is that what you imagine, that at some point the kids are going to step up and continue this
I believe
Black
that.
Pioneers picnic every year?
Trust me, there are some that's coming, and they're coming because they were encouraged to come. Before, I don't, they would say, I don't know, they don't have it. I said, well, you tell them it's time for them to get to know them. So now we got more people coming out, I believe.
The first time I wrote about the Black Pioneers, I met Indiana Martin, and she has an incredible backstory. Can you tell me a little bit about her?
Well, she went in the military, and she was in that all-Black battalion, 6888, that distributed mail to all the soldiers in Europe or in the front lines of the war. Indiana has been honored. She's gotten several medals and accommodations. She's currently getting a at the end of August, she's getting a post office named after her. Yes, very proud of her. Very proud of what
That's
she's
incredible.
done. Marva Frales, she was the first and only Black music teacher in Niagara Falls. She's created her own music. She's very well known in the community. Everybody knew and loved Marva Frales.
This is my mother, Mrs. Zori Bell BOLING. That's her mother, Mrs. Lou Bealey Mosley. So that would be my grandmother. And that's her mother, Mrs. Lattimore.
Yeah, Lou Bealey's mother.
And that's my great-great-grandmother. That would be her mother. That would be her mother. And that would be my mother's mother. Now that's my mother's youngest sister. She just passed not too long ago. She was the last one of the
What was her name?
Ruth Mosley Coleman.
Your history goes deep
Yeah.
back into Niagara Falls, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's hard to imagine these stories getting lost, you know, kind of falling away from the light of day and us never speaking of them or hearing about them. There's a whole assortment of historical heroes from the Black community.
My mother is Ida Mae Mosley Johnson, and she grew up down there in, y'all, Sparta, Georgia, and she attended Sandy Run School, but she lived on the farm. And anyway, this one day she writes this story on a piece of paper, and it's a story about Zorabelle came to visit them on the farm, and my mother was playing around with a colt, and Zorabelle was kind of a little skittish about it because, you know, she wasn't used to the animals running around on the farm. But anyway, my mother observed that Zorabelle had this pretty red coat, but she kind of got the coat kind of ruckus a little bit to kind of get, you know, kind of a little scared there or something. Yeah, so
It
anyways,
worked well,
was-
right?
Yeah, but they
That's
would write
great.
each other about the snow
Oh,
and
I
stuff
love
like that.
That's
you
great.
know.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What else?
This is Indiana.
That's Indiana. She was something.
She was a historian.
She was what?
A historian.
Yes.
That's her when she was younger. She kept history.
Miss Cavers owned
The bar, restaurant.
a restaurant, Cavers Restaurant over there on
East side.
East Falls Street.
They had the little bar stools
Yeah.
where you come in and sit at the counter and
Yeah.
order ice cream.
Niagara Falls is noted for ice cream and fish. Fish that
Yes.
down in Lewiston.
Miss
Yeah.
Cavers.
Yeah, Hanson's Fish back in the day.
But that's Miss Thompson's family.
I just think personally that back when we were growing up, us being over 50 or 55 and more, I think when we were growing up, it was just a totally different environment and atmosphere. It was more community oriented. Everyone knew everyone's family then. Everyone was so much more like a community. Like her parents were able to come to my parents and tell them if I did something incorrect. It was everyone watched out for everyone else.
Children.
Everyone watched out for the children. We all grew up like more like family than neighbors.
I feel like this picnic is a step back in time
It is.
to that era.
It really is. It really truly is.
Now, this is a picture I remember. They were called the Silhouettes. This is 1947. My mom and them were in this picture.
Who are the silhouettes?
These people in the picture here.
Were they?
My mom's in here, and my father.
Were the silhouettes a
I guess
social
it
club?
was like what do you want to call them? Like a social type
A
club?
social group.
Yeah, social group. Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Well, the group was
1947.
referenced the old timers picnic.
Well, I'm sure back then most black people had to create their own organizations and because they weren't accepted in white establishments or most white establishments
At that time.
But the thing is, as negatively as that sound, they took that negative and turned it into a positive when they created their own organizations, had their own dances, and they did their own thing.
And the Black pioneers sustained to this day.
Right.
Yes.
That's cool.
This is one of the pictures from the NAC, February the 10th when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Can this be brought up so she can see?
Oh, I don't know if it could be made bigger.
That's okay. That's okay. So tell me about that.
Oh, this was one of the posters, the banners that was made for the exhibit. It has different photos from
Families.
different one of the 8 original families. Oh, you should have seen it. It was great. We had a really great turnout and everything.
What is it you'd like people to hear from you all about coming to this picnic?
Well, I personally tell some of them, I said, well, the ones that know, they know, but I tell those that don't know, I said, well, you need to come and, you know, mingle and meet people, and if you have a story to tell, you can tell your story. We all listen to all the stories.
Absolutely.
And then we take those stories and just add them to the other stories. Keep it,
Yeah.
Story moving, huh?
yeah, interesting, because
Keep the story moving. I like that.
Yeah, we try to, I think they're trying to keep that sense of closeness among family and friends. Not only
Right.
family, but friends too.
Because
It's not just a picnic for just the
One
8 original
particular- right,
families.
for anybody.
It's a picnic for anyone in the community.
Right, and anybody want to be a part, you're welcome.
So come on down, right?
Never turn
Right,
back.
absolutely.